In this video, you will learn how to use the following modifiers correctly: bad and badly, good and well, slow and slowly, real and really. When we're looking at bad and badly, it's very straightforward. Bad is an adjective and badly is an adverb. This is actually the main difference between all of the modifiers that we're going to look at, with a few little nuances thrown in. So what you want to do pretty much every time is determine whether the word is functioning as an adjective or an adverb, and then choose the correct form. The hard part is actually determining whether it's an adjective or an adverb, but you should have gotten a lot of practice with that already when you were doing all the adjectives and adverb practices. In this sentence, my painting looks bad. How do I know it's bad rather than badly? Well, I take a look at the verb, and I determine that it's an action verb. A linking verb. Looks is a linking verb. Because the word bad is a predicate adjective that goes back to describe the painting. It's not saying that, the painting isn't doing the looking. Looks is really kind of like the word is or was, linking bad to painting. So since bad is a predicate adjective, it takes the adjective form. In the sentence, Charlie behaved badly at the store. Again, how do I know it's badly, not bad? Because I look at the verb. Behaved is an action verb. So what is badly telling me? Well, if I get rid of it, I have Charlie behaved at the store. Okay, so badly is telling me how he behaved, which means it's an adverb. Good is an adjective, and it should be used only to modify nouns and pronouns. It should not be used to modify verbs. Well can be an adverb or an adjective, depend on the meaning of the word. Aaron dances well. In this sentence, well is an adverb because dances is an action verb and well is telling us how Aaron dances. Aaron's dancing looks good. This is similar to the previous sentence in that looks is a linking verb. How do I know that? Because the dancing isn't doing the looking, it's used to link the predicate adjective good back to the subject of the sentence dancing. So when I have a predicate adjective, I need the adjective form of the modifier. When it's used as an adjective, well can mean in good health or satisfactory. So here's a common situation. Somebody asks, how are you? And you respond, I'm fine, I'm good, I'm well, which one is it? I don't know. Actually, those are all correct. I am good. Let's look at this one. So am is a linking verb, and good is a predicate adjective. So when you say I'm good, you're basically saying that, I'm okay, I'm happy, I'm all right. The good is a predicate adjective. It's functioning correctly as an adjective to describe the subject, which is I am well also works because in this sentence, well is actually taking its adjective form to mean well in health, right? Am is the linking verb. Well is a predicate adjective. It follows the same pattern, but because in this sentence, well means well in health, it's the correct form. Slow and slowly. This one probably most of us can hear when we have the right form, but in some informal uses, we actually hear them mixed up. So just like we've been doing the whole time, look at the sentence, figure out whether the word you need is an adjective or an adverb, and then choose the correct form. We took a slow bike ride along the beach. So I need to figure out what slow is doing in the sentence. If I take it away, we took a bike ride along the beach. Well, now I know less about what kind of ride we took. Ride is a noun, so slow is an adjective describing the noun ride, or we could think of it as bike ride as a compound noun. Please drive slowly around that curve. Again, with adjectives and adverbs, the most important thing to do is to figure out what is being modified. And my chosen technique is to get rid of the word for a minute and figure out what you know less about. So let's take slowly away for a second. Please drive around that curve. What do I know less about? I know less about how the speaker wants me to drive. So it's modifying drive and it answers the question how. That makes slowly an adverb. And finally, real versus really. Real is the adjective form, really is the adverb form. These are pretty straightforward in that bad, slow, and real all take an ly when they go into their adverb form. That's part of why good and well is the hardest pair to differentiate between. As usual, figure out how the word is functioning and then figure out which form you need. Is that fish in the aquarium real? So here I have an interrogative sentence. I might want to rearrange it to say that fish in the aquarium is real. When I look at the word is, I know it's a linking verb. So I'm linking the subject of the sentence to a predicate nominative, or in this case, a predicate adjective. Fish is a noun, and real is an adjective describing fish. The kids looked really tired after a long day at camp. What is really modifying? The kids looked tired after a long day at camp. Well, in this sentence, really is describing tired. But what is tired? Now I need to come back to the verb. The verb is looked. Again, are the kids actively doing the looking, or is looked setting up a description? It's setting up a description. Looked is a linking verb, which makes tired a predicate adjective. What does that make really, if really describes tired? Since really describes an adjective, it's an adverb, because remember, adverbs don't just describe verbs, they also describe adjectives and other adverbs. Okay, now it's time to try a few on your own. For each of these sentences, choose the correct modifier to complete the sentence. For some of them, you may not be sure which pair you're looking at, so just pick one and know that in some cases there might be more than one correct answer, although whether or not it's an adjective or an adverb, there's only going to be one correct answer. Take a moment to pause the video, record your answers, and then restart it to hear what the correct answers are. Number 1, I can't hear you blank when my hairdryer is on. We're probably choosing between good and well. So what form do I need? What information is that word providing? The modifier is telling us more about the hearing and how, the extent to which you're able to be heard. So since it's modifying a verb, I need the adverb well. Number 2, that chocolate cake smells so blank. Okay, well, I suppose we could be thinking about good or bad, but we're going to go ahead and assume the positive here. So do we need well or good? Find the verb, smells. Is it an action verb or a linking verb? Is it actively doing the smelling, or is it setting up a description of cake? In this sentence, it's setting up a description of cake. So the word I need is a predicate adjective, so I need the adjective form good. Number 3, why does ranch dressing come out of the bottle so blank? If I think about my pairing options, probably looking at slow or slowly. So what do I need here, an adverb or an adjective? What information is that word providing? That word that's missing is telling us more about how the dressing comes out. Comes as a verb, so I need the adverb slowly. These pants fit blank. I'm definitely not buying them. All right, so because we're not buying them, we can assume we're looking at bad versus badly. Do I need an adverb or an adjective? What is that word telling us? It's describing how the pants fit, which means I need the adverb form. That means if we wanted the positive, these pants fit well, then we need the adverb form there as well. Number 5, I like to eat blank spicy food. I suppose we could say good spicy food and that would work, but I think we're looking for an intensifier here. Do we want real or really? What is this word telling us? What's it modifying? So often with adverbs, we jump right to the verbs and we want to say, well, if it's not modifying a verb, I don't know what it is. But remember that adverbs can also modify adjectives and other adverbs. Intensifiers in particular, those adverbs that are kind of talking about the extent to which something, the degree of something, like very, to, those words are often modifying adjectives. So in this sentence, the word in question is modifying spicy. It's telling us to what extent we like spicy food. So since it's modifying spicy, which is an adjective that modifies food, we need the adverb form because we're modifying an adjective. And 6, this milk tastes blank, maybe it's spoiled. So if it's spoiled, we're looking at badly or bad. So come to the verb. What kind of verb is it? Is it an action? Is the milk doing the tasting, or is it setting up a description? We're again setting up a description, which means we need the adjective form bad because it's a predicate adjective. If you're ready for more practice, head over to the website and do some of the practice worksheets there.